don't think I could walk through this mud, do you?
You can test it, just be careful, because you don't want to ruin your shoes. They'll smell bad if they get mud inside them.
They already smell bad.
Hey guys, so this is a spotted salamander egg mass. Check it out. Remember how I said that they were a milky color? This is it. See how it's smooth around the top edge? That's spotted salamander. If this was wood frog, you would see the shape of the eggs themselves. So there'd be round bumps all around it. So this is characteristic of spotted salamander. Oh, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of egg masses.
He's so cool. Oh, he feels awesome.
I mean, isn't that cool?
He's freaking awesome. Alright, just relax, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. He's so slimy.
Yeah. Joe's spotted salamander.
Warm up. His tail is twice as big as his body.
Yeah, it is. I bet this one's a male.
It's to attract mate. He feels awesome.
Isn't that cool?
It's a territorial defense.
Yeah, it is.
I've never heard him do that. That's awesome. Anyway.
That was my foot.
Oh.
I thought you were messing with me.
Oh, I thought that was him. I was like, oh, that was loud. I didn't know they did that. He is awesome.
Isn't that awesome? I gotta pull my foot out.
Everybody knows, this is the first one I've ever seen and held, and he is a beautiful. Look at those ribs.
Yeah.
Pure muscle.
Although they're not ribs. Those are called costal grooves.
What?
Yeah, and you can actually determine species by how many grooves they have sometimes.
What are they for? It's just like a...
I haven't found any information saying what they're for, but I suspect two things. One, it increases surface area for absorption of oxygen.
You know what they call that? It's the same thing in cells. Cells have these grooves.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Surface area for diffusion.
Okay, so
yeah, I forget what it's called, but it's the same thing.
That's just a theory I have.
Fristae or something? I don't know. It's an invagination, yeah.
That's awesome. And my other theory is it helps give them a bit more rigidity, like rigid support of that area.
Well, you know, amphibians are the precursors to
everything.
Bony animals, you know, so it makes sense, you know. You go, yeah, I think it's a good thing. That's so cool. It's a great example. You know, you just see the actual ridges. You can see, I think, the muscular spine on top too.
Yeah.
It's bulging.
Yeah, their spine really stands out because you don't see those ribs sort of.
I guess they're digging all the time too. That's got
yeah, and they're mole salamanders, so yeah, definitely.
Like, it reminds me of the bears that always dig, and they have like that huge neck hump just from digging.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Isn't that awesome?
It was worth it. And I've been here this whole time bare feet. So
yeah, man.
The payoff.
And we were about to go, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, and I was so determined. I was like, please, we just gotta find another one.
He said, there's gotta be one. There's always one straggler. It's gotta be here. And I was like, I wasn't hopeful. I was like, well, you know, he tried. He's a good guy. But yeah, oh man.
Awesome.
I wonder if you could feel the bumps. Yeah, you can feel the bumps.
That's cool. Now, tell me if you see any little white spots on their side.
Oh, he looked me.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I've never had that happen. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna get a photo of you with him.
You know, he has awesome eyes for an underground creature. Usually they don't have them.
That's true.
I've noticed his are, and you know what's funny? They're forward facing.
Stereoscopic.
Yeah.
Well, they are good predators, and their larvae, which we know are in this pool now.
Look at him bend that spine. That is just awesome flexibility. I am highly impressed.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I'm really happy we found one, especially because we're so close to going.
Yeah. Oh man, he's so cool, and I bet he's on the smaller side.
Yeah, he is. He is.
The tail is just amazing.
And see how the tail is somewhat keeled a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The northern duskies will have, or duskies in general, will have more of a keel on their tail than that even. But what was I going to say?
It makes them more dynamic.
Well, it makes them swim better, faster.
Oh.
Because these guys are predators in the water, and then their larvae are voracious predators. They call them water lions because their gills are bigger than the gills of any of the other amphibians in there.
So they can move much.
Well, so they can breathe all that oxygen and failing in a failing pool, you know,
Yeah,
that's
these
got
guys
low
have
altitude.
the gills too under there?
No, they absorb their gills once they reach adulthood.
Yeah, it's crazy to have an animal this large, you know, that's aerobic and not have lungs to absorb oxygen through its skin through diffusion. That's incredible. Usually it's like a hydra or something that you know.
Yeah, exactly,
and
something
it's
small.
Like he's just built.
I don't know if these guys are fully lungless. I know, like northern longtails and stuff, they're lungless salamanders, but not all salamanders are lungless. So these guys might have simple lungs. I actually don't know about the spotteds, how developed their lungs are. I'm pretty sure that their lungs are developed because they spend so much time subterranean rather than in the water.
He is awesome. You know what's cool? He has these really developed toes. Like you can feel them.
For digging and stuff.
Yeah.
It almost feels like claws at some points. When you have a bigger one and you feel them gripping your skin.
Oh, yeah.
They have a really large mouth. And their Latin name is Ambystoma maculatum.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, Jacob something, who described them way back, he meant to call it Amblyostoma, right? Which is supposed to mean wide mouth, but some people say it means cup mouth. When you're working with Latin, you don't speak Latin.
Yeah.
There's some issues. And but he made a mistake instead of ambystoma instead of amblyostoma. Now these guys are all called ambystoma instead of amblyostoma. And then that algae that grows in their eggs is called Ophelia amblystomatis. And that's the beneficial algae that grows in that particular species egg.
Was it camouflaging?
It actually, because their eggs are airtight basically and watertight, once they absorb water and expand, they don't allow oxygen to diffuse through them. So this algae grows in them, which feeds off the sun and produces oxygen. So the embryo feeds off the oxygen, and then the embryo produces carbon dioxide, which the algae.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
He's a fan of the sleeve.
Yeah.
He's like my hamster. Like you got a sleeve, it goes right in there. All right, you got to get out of there. That's not for you.
That's cool. Yeah, and I think those yellows are aposematic coloration. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So, because they are somewhat toxic. But then let me tell you, when those guys are hiding out, when they're swimming in the vernal pool and you've got all this grass and stuff in it, right? These yellow spots actually do help to camouflage them. It does blend in.
I think it's like what you were saying, like about snakes, like how it breaks up the shadows, or just with the blending into the,
Yeah.
A little bit. It's so cool.
I'm so happy we found one. This could very well be the last one of the season.
Probably will be the last one I see for the season. Not a long time. Such strong toes. He's like, hi, how you doing?
They are. They're pretty strong, man.
Big tail.
So happy we found one.
Wow.
So happy. I was so sad. I was like, man, please, man, this is the only opportunity this year. Because I always wait for next year for stuff, but that doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
how many years have we been waiting to go this place and that? Yeah.
And nothing works out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like, I'll just do it then. Like, oh, we need you for work.
Yeah.
His belly's cool.
Now, aren't you kind of impressed by the temperature? I mean, I know it's cold-blooded. Yeah, he does.
He's actually pretty warm.
Is he?
I think. I'm cold.
At night, they get pretty cold, but it depends.
Because they got to be warm to some degree.
Yeah, to be able to move and digest food.
They got to have some awesome proteins in there, keeping them from freezing.
Well, the peepers and the wood frogs and the gray tree frogs have antifreeze in their blood. They're the only frogs that do it. It starts off in their liver. And two species has glucose and the other species actually produces alcohol.
Alcohol? I was going to say alcohol, probably.
Isn't that crazy? It's cool.
It didn't like work that much.
I know, It's a glucose that's really similar to the alcohol that the other species uses.
Oh, okay. It's like some kind of... That's cool. I found another kind of wetlands in my area that this guy Bob owns. I should show you that one.
Sounds cool.
We should go to Fallsington sometime. Have you ever been to Fallsington wetlands?
No.
There's peepers there and turtles. So I don't know what else. And it's huge. There's 2 huge wetlands. Preserved. You can't build on it. They don't even let people in there. The regular, those park security guys are like, It's like the one thing they do right, you know.
Wow,
So
that's
it
cool.
was cool.
That's a
Definitely
good sign.
peepers. I saw maybe like 20 painted.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm assuming there's more. There's a lot of reeds.
You sure they're not red ears? They could be sliders.
I got close, and I remember when I looked at them, because that was the time I was trying to decide the difference. I was like, okay,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, they didn't have the red thing, and
Awesome.
they had that sharp shell distinction.
Yeah, you're right. That's great. That's a good sign. Because obviously you know the problem there.
Yeah.
It's not the turtle's fault, but it's still bad for the environment.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, you know when it's your first one, you have to eat it. Actually, you don't eat it. What you do is you put it in your mouth and you spit it back out. This one's actually...
I've already kissed it. I think if I'm getting poisoned, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not...
You know what's funny? A little numb feeling on mine.
On your lips?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, very slight.
That's what happened. It'll be a little bit... It'll burn a little bit, and then it'll get kind of numbish. But this one wasn't producing much defensive mucus. We weren't handling it roughly.
Yeah, he's not really slimy at all. In fact, I got a pretty good grip on him. He's not really... When I first picked him up, he was...
Yeah, we need to hydrate him better.
I'm in the water real quick. That level. He's like... From the beginning. Oh, he did it. He did it.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Timed it perfectly, huh?
Yeah. There, now it's focused.
Can't do it.
There's his little face. Okay, hold still. Don't move an inch. Hey, aren't they impressive, man?
Yeah.
Now wait till you see your first northern slimy, because they're equally impressive.
Oh, I can't wait.
And they'll be covered with glowing white spots all over the place. Solid black with these bright white spots all over them.
That's cool.
I think they're Plethodon glutinosus. And they have a sticky glue coming out of them. So if you drop him or lift a log and he's under it, all the dirt will stick to him.
Yeah.
So you got to handle him nice so that nothing sticks to him. So it looks good, for photos.
You're like, okay. You know what I like? The underside of his head, near his bottom jaw, is really like tough. He goes.
Yeah.
And they're breathing, and it feels cool.
Yeah, they'll breathe pretty fast sometimes too.
Yeah, he is neat.
Yeah, you know what? Let me get a shot of his back. Maybe if we see this guy in the future, we'll recognize his spots. Ooh, doesn't it seem like they must be extremely fragile?
Yeah,
like vulnerable.
Yeah, you think their belly would be like really tough since they're dragging it along the dirt.
True that.
Yeah.
So were you surprised when I pulled him out? When I was like, "Man, this sucks."
Yeah, I didn't even suspect that you had him, because like I know you pull that stuff all the time, especially like at the last moment, like if the opportunity presents itself. Like you always do that. But I was just like, that's okay. I'm over it. I'll see it again next year. And you were like, all I saw was a big head, and I was like, no freaking way. Into there. I was thinking, I was like, that log would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you said that too.
Yeah.
If he's not under there, he's not anywhere.
That's the only place he was. Oh, man.
It's true, man.
It was funny. I wish we got that on camera.
Me too.
And when you checked that half, I was like, he's not there. And you're like, was that connected? I was like, oh, no. And you checked it. It's cool. So glad we found him.
That's the one key to herping, is persistence pays off.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect example of the spotted salamander habitat. You've got the upland deciduous forest, right? Uphill. That's a decent hill, okay? And then over here, you've got the lowlands filling up a vernal pool, okay? So this deciduous forest, hickory trees, beech trees, maple, oak, walnut, those are the kind of trees you want, especially the beech, hickory, and maple, in my experience. And they'll come down and breed in these pools, in the vernal pools. And then when they're done, they might linger around for a day or two, and then they'll go back up the hills, back into those deciduous forests, and go underground and spend the rest of the year as a subterranean species, because they're mole salamanders. So, good tip.
Also, this is a south-facing slope. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
That's a good call. This is a south-facing slope.
It's going to get more sun. I don't know if that has anything to do with it?
Well, it could help their egg development, but it also will help. It'll cause this vernal pool to dry out quicker.
Oh.
But if the pool starts drying out quickly, they will metamorphosize quickly. So that all determines that. Their goal, an amphibian's goal, is to spend as long as possible in the vernal pool without metamorphosizing. They want to capitalize that. It's like the bar. They want to stay until the bartender kicks you out.
I guess it's better for them to survive.
Yep, it's an easier life.
Yeah.
Food and water and laziness.
Reminds me of that. What is it? Axolotl. That's my favorite.
The axolotl.
Yeah, it only transforms when it has to. It's like shit. All right, start making melanin.
Melanin?
The skin pigment. Melanin.
Melanin, yeah.
If you give them a diet of melanin, they'll transform. Actually, you know what's cool? Because we did microclimate studies on this hill from ecology last semester. Like we're actually in the slope in the sun. This is the steepest slope in the whole park.
This one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. This is actually a pretty unique spot as far as he was mentioning that.
Wow.
We did that and we did a north-facing slope. And the north-facing slope down by the river is terrible. Nothing can live there. It's far too steep.
Yeah, I know the spot you mean.
Yeah, that whole trail.
I've almost fallen off there a few times.
I was surprised that that's even a trail. Because you think someone would sue the park.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
A dinosaur. Okay, so that's Joe's first spotted salamander. As you can see, it's an amazing, impressive species. So we're gonna turn them loose, and hope you guys see some other videos and hit subscribe. Even though I'm probably not gonna post this video. Well, I might actually. But Chris Egnoto and Alaska Joe signing out. Say bye, Joe.
bye, Joe.
Didn't see that coming. See you guys.